Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we will learn about the contraceptive efficacy, which can be measured by the Pearl Index and life table analysis. So, contraceptive efficacy is generally assessed by measuring the number of unplanned pregnancies that occur during a specified duration of exposure and the use of a contraceptive method. And it is being expressed as a failure rate per 100 women years of exposure. So this is important how it is being expressed, the unit of contraceptive efficacy. Two methods can be used to measure the contraceptive efficacy. First is the Pearl Index, second is life table analysis. So, short note comes on a contraceptive efficacy in the examination, and also short note can come on Pearl Index. Pearl Index is defined as a statistical measure which is used to evaluate the effectiveness of a contraceptive method. It estimates the number of unintended pregnancies. So when we are measuring the efficacy of any contraceptive method, we will measure the number of unplanned or unintended pregnancy that occur among 100 women using a particular contraceptive method over a course of 1 year. So it is defined by the formula. In numerator, we will put the total number of accidental pregnancy. In the denominator, we have total women months of exposure into 1200. We will understand the formula. The numerator includes the total number of accidental pregnancy. So in pregnancy, it will include all the pregnancy, whether this has been terminated as abortion or stillbirth or live birth or not yet terminated pregnancy. And the factor 1200 is written, it is the period of follow-up of or the observation in the number of months, that is when we are observing the 100 women followed up for a 12-month period or 50 women for 24 months. So that will give you time of 1200. We have total women months of exposure, means how many women we have included and the total months of exposure. So we will try to understand the Pearl Index with the help of this example. So in this example, 85 women uses a new contraceptive method pill for 6 months. One woman becomes pregnant during the study, and now we have to calculate the Pearl Index. Apply the formula of Pearl Index. So what we will put in the numerator, we have to write the number of accidental pregnancy, which is 1 here. And then it is divided by the total women months of exposure. So here 85 women, and they are being studied for a period of 6 months into 6, and then we have to multiply it by 1200. So when we will calculate it, it is come like 1200 divided by 510. Then the answer will come 2.35. So how we can interpret this number 2.35? So it means for index of 2.35 means 2.35 pregnancy per 100 women year of exposure. Or we can write it as the failure rate of the given contraceptive is 2.35% per year. That is the interpretation of Pearl Index. This table shows the various contraceptive methods along with their Pearl Index. So we have seen Pearl Index calculate the number of unintended pregnancy. So higher is the Pearl Index value, it means higher is the number of unintended pregnancy, and it implies that lower is the efficacy of the given contraceptive. So it implies the contraceptive method having the lowest value, they are highly efficacious. Therefore, we promote that method in the family planning program that are having lower failure rate, means lower Pearl index. So, among these, the failure rate of male condom, the failure rate of female condom, sponge, IUD, oral pills, they are very important and they are often asked in your examination and Viva and MCQ as well. After that, we will study the limitations of the Pearl index. So, it assumes a constant failure rate, means the risk of pregnancy that remains constant over a time. It is assumed in the Pearl index, which may not reflect the real world scenarios where the user behavior and the fertility pattern can change. Second limitation is it does not account for the user variability, that is the differences in the user adherence, health conditions and the other factors that can influence the contraceptive effectiveness are not captured by the Pearl index. Next limitation is the study duration bias. It means the shorter studies may report a higher Pearl index values due to the early pregnancies, while the longer studies might show a lower values as a participant becomes the more accustomed to the new contraceptive method. So these are the limitations of the Pearl index. What is the public health significance of the Pearl index? So by quantifying, it helps in the quantifying the effectiveness of any contraceptive method. So when we know which method is better, has lower failure rate, we will promote that contraceptive method in the family planning program, and thus it guides the policy makers and helps in the resource allocation. It also helps the various health professional counselors while guiding to the various couple that on the basis of Pearl index they can balance the efficacy, with the individual preferences. So we want that the reproductive health outcome should be good and there is lower failure rate. And the Pearl index also acts as a benchmark for the evaluation of newer contraceptive method. After that comes the life table analysis. For the undergraduate level, it is not asked much about the life table analysis. You should know that it is one of the methods to measure the contraceptive efficacy. It is also known as a time to event analysis, and it calculates the probability of a contraceptive failure at a specific time interval, typically monthly, and it is not seen like in the cases of your Pearl index. We are not calculating the monthly failure rate there. It provides the cumulative failure rate over a defined period such as 12 months, and it also accounts for varying duration of use among the participants. The key feature of life table analysis is that it determines the likelihood of pregnancy for each month of contraceptive use. For study, in a study where we are evaluating a contraceptive method over a 12-month time, life table analysis might reveal a monthly failure rate like it is shown in your slide, month-wise month 1, 2, 3, 4, similarly for 12-month period, and then we can at the end we can find the cumulative 12-month failure rate. So, for example, this indicates that by the end of 12 months, the 4.8% of the user they experienced an unintended pregnancy, and that provides a clear view of the method effectiveness over a period of time. The key feature of life table analysis is that it helps in the calculation of cumulative failure rate. It aggregates the monthly probabilities which we have seen in the previous slide to provide an overall failure rate over a specific period of time. the limitation of the Pearl index, it is being overcome by the life table analysis that it differentiates between a perfect and a typical user, that separates the failure rate based on the correct and the consistent use, that is a perfect user, versus actual use pattern, which is a typical use pattern. So these are the advantages over Pearl index, that it is a time specific analysis, provide a detailed insight into when failure rates are more likely to occur during the usage period. Second is it adjusts for the variable study duration. It accommodates the studies with participant entering and exiting at different times. It reduces the bias, mitigates bias associated with assuming a constant failure rate over a time, which is a limitation of the Pearl index.